podcast is powered by monkeyknifefight.com.
Yeah. Season 2.
We make plays every day.
Every day.
Yeah. We make plays every day.
Making plays.
We make plays every day.
All different ways.
We make plays every day. We make plays every day.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. We make plays every day.
Uh-huh.
We make plays every day.
Hey.
We make plays every day.
Welcome to Playmaker AF. This is season 2, episode 6. We're moving along, you know what I'm saying? And this is one of those ones for you, Playmakers. You guys are already fully aware that this is a series where we bring on all kind of content creators. You know, we bring on artists. We bring on, producers, directors. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. I've even brought on philosophers, scientists, you know what I'm saying? Man, I brought them all on. And it's crazy because our special guest for tonight, for episode 6, season 2 of Playmaker AF, he embodies like a bunch of those things I just sounded off, man. He's a jack of all trades. You know what I'm saying? It's our man, Komplicated KY. What's happening, my brother?
What's up, bro?
Hey,
Post
man.
it up, man.
Hey, man. Well, I'm glad to have you on. You know what I'm saying? It's been kind of a long time coming. I remember the first time Playmakers. You might be familiar with him. He's been on the Real Fantasy Playmakers before because he also is an analyst as well. You know what I mean? He's the man of several hats. I did say this. You know what I'm saying? Several hats. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I knew you had many different layers. You know what I'm saying? There was more. Some might even say it's complicated. You know what I mean? There's all kind of variables that create what Komplicated KY is. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And this I figured, in a nutshell, we're gonna go ahead and try to just kind of paint the timeline, man, of how you got to where you're at right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But before we get to that, we're going to go ahead and handle some quick housekeeping. Go ahead and follow me at the GMM Network on both Twitter and IG. You could also follow me at Bogard Scott Free World on IG. Be sure to subscribe to the GMM Network on YouTube. Hit that notification bell, drop a comment, spike the like, everything. You know what I mean? We also want to shout out our sponsor, Milk and Honey TX. That's for all your CBD wellness and all your CBD goodness. Visit milkandhoneytx.com. Also, you heard it in the beginning of this joint. This podcast is powered by monkeyknifefight.com. I know this is not the fantasy podcast, Playmakers, but this is Playmaker AF. We still are proud to be sponsored by MKF. Go ahead on monkeyknifefight.com. Use promo code GMM. We'll match your first deposit all the way up to $50. Go ahead and get on this daily fantasy sports action, Playmakers. Hey, all right, man. All that out the way, KY. Go ahead and let them know where they can find. Real quick, let them know where they can find you and where they can find all the content. You know what I mean, and the podcast.
Absolutely, brother. So yeah, man, Komplicated KY here.
He took a fat rip on that one.
Man, I don't know if your viewers can see this, but these things are vicious right here, bro. Like, we were just talking about this.
Yeah, we're just talking Playmakers. We
just talking about this.
We do like to indulge. We are from California, and these things are legal, so we can talk about these things these days. And yes, we are getting high off the finest, and he is sampling a fine vape pen, and these things, although they may be tiny, they pack a punch. You know what I'm saying? That's why they call it concentrates. You know what I mean? Because they done extracted that thing. They extract the ism and they concentrate it. You feel me? And that's kind of what we're gonna do here today on this show. We're gonna go ahead and extract some of the isms that make Komplicated KY. So my brother, let's take it from the beginning, man. Like let's probably because I know what came first? Well, I would assume you were a rap artist first, right? Like you were an artist, an aspiring recording artist before all the videography and shit like that, right?
You know what? I'm gonna give them a little exclusive here.
Okay,
First off, you can find me at Komplicated KY.
Oh, I forgot that
on
part.
Instagram. No, you didn't forget. It was that California that had us gone. But so at Komplicated KY, mainly on Instagram, where you can find immediate work. I do have a YouTube page called, it's at Komplicated KY.
Yeah.
It's been reworked right now. I had a lot of beats on there before, but now I'm showing people my editing process here.
Love it.
So let me get into that question, brother. So basically, I want to give them a little bit of an exclusive. So I actually started as a poet, bro. Like,
nice.
I found it very hard to express myself, bro. Young, like I was in between living in the hood and then like your mom kind of moving out the hood, so you got the hood in you, but then like your mama just showed you like a whole new kind of thing. So it's like, dang, I gotta find a balance on how to mingle with certain people. I went from like ghetto to like West LA and like all this, bro. It's just been a journey. So
West LA, is that like the Valley?
West LA is like near Santa Monica and
Culver
City.
Nice. Yeah, I've been through Culver City. I remember doing shows over there back in the day. But yeah, continue.
Yeah, man. So yeah, that translated to some. That actually translated to. So the poetry, and then I linked up with my boy T-Red. He's actually, I told you, Miss Parker from Friday. That's her son.
Nice.
Shout out Miss Parker.
Yeah, man.
Shout out my boy
Miss
Sir
Parker.
Reddington. What you saying, brother?
Oh no, I said hi, Miss Parker.
Yeah.
Shout out to
that's
Friday.
him right there, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, my boy T-Ray, he used to rap. Well, he made beats, bro. So, me and him just linked up, man. Like I put the words together. He laid the beats down. We linked up. We became Red Magic. After that, bro, like it's just been a journey between like
Red Magic. That's like a play on Blue Magic.
It's actually his last name, and then I used to go by Magic. So his last name is Red. Tight. People used to call me Magic. I don't remember why, but
hey, you know what I'm saying? He made California isms disappear.
Exactly, bro.
Okay.
Isms. With the ism.
But the isms.
So pretty much, bro, like it's just been a journey, bro. Like so, it's been a process. It's been a long process, and right now I'm mainly video editing. Like Bogard said, I'm doing some piggy bank picks. Shout out to my boy Kevin Banks, Christopher Picks over at Piggy Family.
Big up to the Piggy fam.
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah, shout out.
Aguilar Photos. And right now I'm just doing some behind the scenes work, bro. I've been working with some people, some cats, bro. This community that we've built, bro.
Oh yeah.
Has definitely taken off. And there's some people that we don't even talk to that we used to, bro. It's still all love. Shout outs to those cats, bro. I want to see everybody successful, and I would love to work with some cats that you know who you are too, bro. You watch the show, you know who I'm talking. You know who you are, bro.
I think I know who you're talking about now. At first, I didn't understand. Yeah, but yeah. I get it now.
You know who I'm talking about, bro.
Yeah.
Let's link up. Let's keep this community going, bro. That's all. It's multiple people in this, bro.
I love that, man. You said it best, man. Let's all link up. Let's keep this community growing and keep it growing. You know what I mean? And like any community, there will be growing pains, and that's what helps us grow as people too. You know what I mean? Like not everything is always smooth sailing, and you know what I mean. And also,
right.
I also am a strong believer in things happen, but it doesn't necessarily define somebody. You know what I mean? Exactly. Yeah, you know what I mean. But okay, so let's go back just a little bit. So when you're working with Red Magic, right? So
right.
You know what I'm saying? What was one of your influences like, as far as because I'd imagine you're younger at this time, right? When you're doing the music.
Yeah.
What was like some of the artists that kind of inspired you? You know what I mean? Because I had I had different ones through different eras, where it was just You know, like obviously I grew up on Tupac, and like, you know, Tupac had me like when I like he obviously died when I was like 12 or something. But like I listened to his music until I was like till this day really, but like I'm talking about like it was in the deck. And like, you know, we was running around adolescence like I'm hopeless. Like, you know what I mean? Like I lived like that. You know what I mean? Like because of this particular artist. And then obviously other artists grew to influence me, like, you know, as far as my artistry. So was there some artists that kind of like inspired you during that time?
Man, absolutely. I'm gonna give you a complicated answer, bro.
Okay.
I'm gonna give people a piece of me. I'm gonna give people a piece of vulnerability because a lot of times people be scared to be vulnerable.
Oh,
bro.
yeah,
and
man.
I think a lot of times cats need to. I guess they need to see an example.
Yeah, I cried. I cried on a live stream last night, bruh. I'm a real man. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I believe you, bro, and I respect that. Like people need that, bro. They need to know what's okay and what's not, because a lot of people be telling people what's okay and what's not. And unfortunately, bro, it's a lot of followers in this world. There's nothing wrong with that, bro, because that's what the point. It's the point of leaders and followers. But that means ultimately it's up to the leaders to lead correctly. But that's a whole nother story. So to answer your question, bro, I'm gonna give you a complicated answer. Off bat, Tupac Shakur. First off, because you already went through it, bro. Troublesome 96, bro. I ain't even gonna go down the list. I ain't even gonna go down. I'm gonna just start with Troublesome 96 and leave it at that.
That's
right?
the joint.
That is my war song. And the reason why I mess with Pac so much. I'm sorry, brother. Keep going.
Oh no, I was just kind of singing that. That's the song. La da 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 da
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
That's that, man. You gonna anyway. Temptation is my theme song, though. That's my theme song for life. Temptations, bro. That's my.
That's the shit right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that's straight poetry right there. And
man,
like,
gangster,
I didn't mean to cut you off real quick, but Pac, he influenced me as an artist too, because like I succeeded in school only in English class because it was a breeze to me. Like, you know what I mean? And like math was always a breeze to me, but I was just never there. You know what I mean? So, you know, I ended up dropping out of high school young, but my goddamn poetry skills, like that's why I could relate when you said poetry earlier. And like I was infatuated with Shakespeare because that's who Pac wrote after. Like he took his rhyme schemes from like, tell me baby, are you lonely? Just something if you're only. Let me touch you if I'm wrong, love, tell me. Like, you know, he rhymes the middle, then switches it, goes back to rhyming the middle, and then when he switches it, he's rhyming that original switch. You know, you get what I'm saying? Like Shakespearean rhyme schemes, bro. And that song Temptation's a perfect example of it. But yeah, okay, continue.
Yeah, man, absolutely. But so Tupac, and then like, you know, as you get older, Lil Wayne, of course, that was like, you know, just growing up. Jesus Christ, I mean,
yeah, this
guy is just talented, bro. Like if anyone, I don't listen to a lot of Wayne now, just because I grew up a little bit.
Yeah,
and I bump myself. Like I make a lot of music myself, my own beats, my own friends, and then like Pac, and then some real shit, and then I'll throw in some bullshit in, like whatever, bro.
Yeah,
but
I love
to
making
answer the question
music
fully, bro, real quick.
Yeah,
the real thing that got me was the music of life. And a lot of times, bro, like I've been like homeless. I've been like living in cars. Like I've learned to appreciate, bro, so many different things, like a pillow, or to be able to get the hell up and go use the bathroom in the middle of the night,
for real.
Or to have a plate of food. Like, bro, like I appreciate so much stuff that I don't really do the bragging too much. I don't really do all of that. I just let the performance and the work speak for itself.
Yeah, I think that's what I respect about you the most too. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen your craft like grow from the time I met you till now, even. You know what I mean? And like,
right?
Yeah, but no, continue. So you're talking about the little things in life that you start to be more grateful, like, and you carry that with you till this day.
So yeah, those are my favorite songs. Is the life songs that you hear and you learn, because like when you have that solitude to yourself, bro. To me, it's music, because it turns into a symphony. Either it could be a sad song or a happy song. It just depends on how you perceive the song, really. And I perceived it with a mix of that Tupac where it was like hopelessness, like, dang, I understand my position and how, if I really fall into it, how hopeless things really are. Yeah. But life, bro, every time I'm a God believer, bro, period. I'm going to just say that on this. But every time you open your eyes, bro, like, that's music. Oh, yeah. And if that song is still playing, bro, you better keep jamming to it. Otherwise, you're going to be just miserable. Listen to this horrible song you keep playing in your own head. Yeah. So that's the music that influenced me. And unfortunately, I never was able to turn all of that complicatedness into my craft. When I started rapping, it just came out like I can freestyle. It was easier for me to write some real shit in poetry than to rap it on a dope ass beat. So
no, that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, so I kind of slowed up on the rapping.
Hey, well, I will say this. You know what I mean? You are a phenomenal rapper though. Like, that was the one thing that grabbed when I knew you guys were analysts, but then I also, checked out your music. I was like, oh shit, this motherfucker ain't. Because you know what's funny is when I tell people I make music, and they met me being an analyst, quote unquote, first. You know what I mean? They'd be like, you make music? No way. You know what I mean? And but I'm so serious about the craft and like our production, and like it's also like our bread and butter. You know what I mean? Like, we manage artists, etc. But also just chasing a dream. I stopped doing that a long time ago with music. Personally, exactly. I just love to make music because that's a part of my soul. You know what I mean? It's maybe as cliche as that sounds, it's just one of those things. Like, I'll be in the studio and I'm in the sanctuary, and like, you know what I mean? Or like anytime I'm inspired, you know what I'm saying? Because that's one thing, like, I feel bad for people that, can't draw inspiration. Like, you know what I mean? They can't break the monotony of regular living. And like, even though, like, you know what I'm saying, finding things that are steady, like for example, congratulations on your new gig. You know what I mean? Like, that's...
Appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, man. That's awesome, because it's like, that's something where it's a less thought process, or less stressful thought process, because you're like, okay, I got this bag coming that I'm working for. It's on schedule. You know what I mean? As opposed to like, we came from making something out of nothing. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And it's like, you don't know, that might not always come, but like, it's like we're you gotta keep pushing it.
You know what, to piggyback off that, that's been the hardest part of my life, bro, is the transitioning from having to be in survival mode from basically 16 to like 25. Yeah. And then, I got, me and my girl got together. I've been with her, I guess in a week it'll be like 6 years.
Oh man, that's beautiful.
In a week
Congrats.
It'll be 6 years.
Yeah. Me and my girl, 17 years, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah, since we was 18. You know what I'm saying? We 35 now, and like, it's crazy, bro, because, you know what I'm saying, that first 4 years was like, we were just on some young shit, on and off. And then, you know what I'm saying? And then once we got serious, we had a kid, and then it was like on and off again. Then once we had our second one, we got real serious. Like, more when I say we, more like I got serious. You know what I mean?
That's usually what it is.
Yeah, because I was probably around the same age as you. I was like 27, 28, where I was like, all right. And I used to have this
I guess I'd be looking young. I'm 30 now, bro.
I mean, well, yeah, you said 6 years, right? 6 years since you've been with your lady.
I'm tripping.
Yeah, so I'm kind of putting, maybe I was a couple years older than when you got settled down, but yeah, like, but yeah, you do look young. I mean, they do say black don't crack, you know what I'm saying? So this is accurate, you know what I mean? Like, but anyways, bad joke too, but anyway, what was I saying?
Nah, we cracked it, yeah.
What was I saying? Damn, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So I had this bar, right, where, because back in the days, they stopped doing this now, but if you went to the crazy bin, like if you went to the loony bin or the crazy house, the insane asylum, whatever, they say you were committed. So like, I used to say, got me going crazy, baby, I'll admit it. No, got me going crazy, baby, I'm committed. Or maybe I just can't tell the difference. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's like, it's that double entendre. Like, listen, I'm settled down, but I'm going crazy, but it's probably because I'm committed. You know what I mean? Like, or I can't tell the difference. You know what I'm saying? And like, so now, matter of fact, nowadays they say you're admitted, when you go to the crazy house. But and the only reason I even know I only know these terminologies because my girl's a nurse and she works in like, you know, with mental health, like people, you know what I mean? Like, so she works with like, you know, like schizophrenics and shit like that, right? So it's funny too because she's always trying to compare me. She's always like, "Oh, you're crazy like my patients," and I'm like, "What? Don't compare me to your patients now." But anyway, so back to you, right? So so now you got settled down, you know, and when did you start like really seeking out, you know, the visual aspect and like getting into the videography and the editing? Like, when was this like simultaneous around that time?
Oh man, honestly, okay, so it's August 2020.
Yeah.
Bro, okay, so I went to school originally at the Los Angeles. Okay, originally I went to Cal State LA, up in East LA over there.
Okay.
Fucked around, me and my homies, we all lived in the dorms. We just got dumb, bro. It wasn't even school.
Nice.
Like, I don't even remember going to class, bro. We was just lit. Yes. I'm not proud of that, but I understand what they mean by college is the best. I only had 1 year of it, of living in the dorms on campus. That's all I needed to understand. Like, bruh,
I mean, I ain't ready. You gotta be young too. We gotta be young when you're young.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, so you could look back and be like me and my girl, we always say that. We always say like, it's so dope that we partied like shit before we had our kids. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so
you got something to look back on, but so basically, yeah, I went to Cal State LA, messed around on that, and then when I finally got serious, I'm like, dude, I wanted to get my degree, bro. I went originally for music because, you know, I was doing music, so I was like, all right, let me get this music production degree. But when I found out, like, I'm like, damn, like, okay, it's an AA degree, like.
You're kind of jumping in the saturated market.
I can't really do anything with it.
Yeah, for real.
With the AA degree in music production, like, all right. So I figure if I'm going to put myself in debt, I might as well just go get a bachelor's degree. Yeah. So I took business courses, and I eventually, you know, was messing with it, and I was like, oh, shit, like, I can actually do this, man. And, you know, I got some things in the works for people I'm going to talk about, too. Remind me.
I got you.
It's relating to school and stuff, but so man, what basically happened was I was playing video games. Me and my girl, you know, we was living in Vegas. I was playing a lot of video games, and I would watch these cats doing what we doing right now, just on microphone, computer, playing games, talking. I'm like, man, these dudes. I mean, a lot of them be like, it's not a lot of African Americans that like be hella successful in this,
and a lot of them be nerds too. A lot of them be like nerds or like stoners or even little kids. But like you said, there wasn't really too many like colored folks doing that shit. Except for maybe like some Oriental Asians. Like you'd see like some Asians, you know what I'm talking about? Like,
right.
Yeah, and like, you know, we're talking about like Twitch or even on YouTube, you know, just these gamer channels. Like you never really see too many like look like us, you know what I'm saying?
There's like one, I think is TSN Myth or whatever, like, but even then, like, it's not. If you from Cali, you know what I mean, bro. Yeah. Like that guy. And if they do, we play 2K, and it's like, bro, there's way more games than that. But anyway, like, what I'm trying to say is, I wanted to do that. I'm like, bro, like, so I'm like, I never really gamed on. I gamed on laptop, played World of Warcraft, but not like shooters or whatever. I said, fuck it, just bought a computer, just set it up, just went in, bro. That was like March 2019, bro.
Oh shit.
And then, right, that was recent.
So you got that good real fast.
Well, I'm gonna tell you why too, but I realized that because I was in school, they gave me programs. So I mean, I use Adobe, Adobe Cloud, but I had all these free programs. I'm like, damn, okay, I got the computer now, I got the programs. Let me just try to edit some stuff. So I just started recording myself playing games. 2019, just kept going, and here I am, bro. Like it's recent.
That's dumb.
And I just happened to go to a film school, but I didn't get a degree in film. I got a degree in business.
See, but that's better too, though, because now you learn the editing on your own, and now you got the business shit to help like yourself, help your own craft.
Exactly.
Or even like, you know, the piggy banks of the world, and you know what I mean? Or even anybody who wants to hire you to freelance, or even like, you know, for your resume, because you might land somewhere. You never know. You might land somewhere in some production company one day. Like you never know. But the beauty of it is that you have built up these opportunities for yourself. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Got to be undeniable, man. We don't get a lot of. You be thinking a lot of these cats, bro, in these places be just smart and they did everything to get there. Like, no, bro, that's not always the case. A lot of these cats, bro, they know people. They know they clan, bro. They help each other out.
That's true.
And a lot of times our people, bro, don't do that. So, like,
I ain't gonna lie,
we have to work hard, bro.
It takes a village, right?
Man, as I'm getting older, I'm noticing that it's so important. It takes a damn father in a village, bro.
Yeah.
And the mother, of course, but I'm just saying, like, that's missing link, bro. But anyway, like, so yeah, man, that's what I've been doing. I've been doing this editing ever since then, and I felt like I'm pretty decent at it because it's kind of like with music sometimes, bro. Sometimes you'll spit bars. You know it's hard, right? You know what you wrote is hard.
But someone else might.
But then you be like, "Hey, man, what you think about this?" Like,
that's alright.
And right, and sometimes they'll be, and that can crush you.
Even on the flip side,
time,
even on the flip side, you might have a song that you thought you did was it's alright, and they're like, "No, that's the one right there," and you're
I'm like, "What?
That one's weak."
I can't get right, bro. That's what I be thinking. I can't get right.
It's complicated, as they would say, right?
It's complicated, bro, for real.
That's tough.
And that's where it came from, bro. That's where the complicated came from. Just life, bro. I found myself saying that all the time, like in relationships, situations. Everything is complicated, bro. Like, dang, it's never just like, bah. So I roll with
nothing
it. It's
is
a gift and a curse, though.
Well, see, but I love that everything should be a gift and a curse. In a sense, I mean, that's kind of how I view life, like the universe. Like I'm always preaching this crazy shit, and yeah, I be on mushrooms all the time, so it's like it might sound a little out there when I say shit like this, but I feel like the universe is supposed to be balanced. You know what I mean? Like I feel like anytime me personally I'm ever been onto something big, all these fucking problems start coming in my way because it's like I feel like I'm being tested. You know what I mean? Or when they say when it rains it pours, it's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like,
exactly.
It's always, we're always constantly being tested, but I feel like because we're onto something great, we're supposed to be great, and in order to be great, you got to go through all this shit. Like it's not just gonna be handed to us. You know what I mean? Like, whatever it is in life. You know what I mean? Not just like trying to get money or the most rudimentary explanations. I'm talking about even just like you said earlier. You gave me the beautiful, complicated answer when you're like, yo, when you open your eyes, that's a symphony right there. You know what I mean? Like when you wake up in the morning and you alive, that's
your favorite song.
That's your favorite song right there. You know what I mean? Like that's what, and like I'm only 5 years older than you, but it's dope because even when I was 30, I was looking at 30 like it was like, yo, I'm 30. I'm hella old. Hell no. You know what I mean? Like I was still coming. You're still young, super young, where like you could really pivot your life if you don't like where your life is at. You know what I mean? You
exactly.
You're still, and not only because you're still alive and kicking, but I'm talking about it's 30 years old is not like you didn't see the world. You don't know everything yet. You know what I mean? Like there's still so much to be taught. Like so. Opening your eyes in the morning, Playmakers, that's just something, don't never take that shit for granted because every time you're waking up, you have a shot at another opportunity. You know what I mean? And
exactly.
And growing old too, as I get older, I love growing old because, I mean, obviously I have children, I get to watch them grow, but like, also like just the things I feel like, that I laugh about. Like I'll look back on the older cats that used to be around me and they try to lace me with game because they're older, and they'd be like, man, shut up. And then now I'm like the old dude now, like dropping like isms on my young life. You know what I mean? And
exactly.
But they don't get it yet. But it's like I'm really dropping some jewels on them. You know what I mean? Like, listen, you don't have to make the same mistakes I did. You know what I mean? And like they could probably do 10 times more greater than we did if they didn't have to go through all the learn the hard way or whatnot.
Look, it's pretty simple. Look, guys, real quick, I just went live on Instagram too. I'm trying to kill 6-7 birds with half a stone, bro. So right now I'm on live. I just want to let the people know that I'm here with Bogard Scott Free, GMM Network here, brother. And we are litty. So right now they can't see you, but they will be able to see you when I put this all together, brother. We were just talking about some things, and Bogard is going to get into some more questions with us. And man, again, Bogard Scott Free, brothers.
Hey, man, much love. You know what I'm saying? And see, I love how you do that, man, because, man, you're utilizing all the platforms. You're not leaving any stone unturned. Any opportunity that's there, you're gonna utilize it. You're not cheating yourself of anything that's in your arm's length.
Hold on, let me cut you off right there, bro. My girl hit me hard with this one, right?
Okay.
So I had told my girl this story about I used to play football, bro, in high school.
Yeah, you're a receiver, right?
I'll let you, huh?
You're a receiver, right?
I played some slot. I played mostly line too, but
okay, nice.
Because I'm a big dude, bro. I'm huge. I look small, but I'm really like 6'something", 260. Yeah. But so, bro, my girl hit me with this thing, bro. Like I was telling her one day that my coach told me one time, like, you know, they used to call me glasses because I'm wearing contacts now, but I used to play football wearing glasses, bro. Nice. Like a damn fool, bro. Coach would be like, glasses. Hey, push-ups, glasses. I'm like, damn, you over here calling me glasses on the football field? Anyway, so I had a visor for the wrong reason, bro. To protect my glasses, not you know. We rock the visors when you got the single jersey numbers and you the shit, bro. Now when you trying to protect it. But anyway, so I'm telling my girl, my coach, he was telling us, like, you know, we was doing these workouts or whatever, and he was like, you know, if you ain't cheating me, you cheating yourself. Don't cheat. You ain't cheating me. Don't cheat yourself. He kept saying that. My girl hit me with that the other day. I'm like, dang, you actually listen to what I'm saying. Oh, that's crazy.
Hey, man, that's love, bro. That's love.
Man.
And also,
that's what I'm saying. When you had mentioned that, I'm like, bro. Yeah. So when you cut yourself short on all of this content that we putting together, if you don't put your all into it, or even pieces of you that makes it great, you're cutting yourself short, bro. Like, don't cheat yourself. You're not cheating me. I'm a look at the content, but you're cheating yourself if you didn't put your greatness into it. Because now I think you're mediocre. Yeah, and you know what? Just like, you know, with speaking specifically on this content creating, right? Like, you know, it's another industry. Like, you know, obviously we were trying to make it in the music industry as artists, and you see how saturated the market is and how like more trash artists are out there than like great ones. And it's the same thing in the content creating space, you know what I mean? Like you know COVID 19 happens, and then like people are at home, and it kind of birthed like a million bazillion content creators. I'm not trying to act like I was doing my thing way beforehand, but like I started last September, and like, you know, I remember, you know, we get into like January and then February, and you know, we're from Cali, we were shut down early, and it was just like, dang, now there's a million, you know, other platforms out there, you know, trying to launch, but then but then there still is beauty in that, because I was able to find, like, you know, people that I'm working with to this day, like the Piggy Bank fam, or like you know, the Rum Boys fam, who I'm a part of. And like, or even the Bros fam, or the Heart to Start guys, or, you know what I mean? Shout out Heart to Start, bro. Yeah, shout out Heart to Start. Those are my guys, bro. Like, those my dudes right there. Yeah, Guccini and Kev, bro. Like, they make, man, it's so crazy because they remind me of people that I grew up with, and you know, it's NorCal, it's Cali. Like, the first time I ever seen them on anything, I was like, oh, these boys are from Cali for sure. You know what I mean? Like for sure, like, you know what I mean, like, and you know, like, you know, there's LA is like totally different from like a San Diego, and same way like Bay Area is totally different from like a Sacramento, you know what I mean? But if you know, you know what I mean? Like, being from Cali, we can spot each other that we know from a mile away. That's what I told Piggy, bro. I told him, you know, I seen a little bit more of Guccini. But I felt like I know the cat, bro. I'm like, dang, I feel like I know this dude from somewhere. And that's that Cali stuff, man. But I do want to touch bases with your fans, man. Again, we had talked about that earlier, man. Every day you wake up, that is the best symphony that you can hear. That music of life to your own a chord, bro. If you're waking up, period, just remember that. People don't wake up on a daily basis, bro. And if we have a opportunity, whether it be like GMM said, I take shrooms. Well, he takes shrooms, excuse me. I used to. But like that's what he's saying. He's waking up doing this thing. If we're creating content, it don't matter what you're doing, bro. As long as you wake up, if that song is still playing, you better keep dancing to it.
Turn that shit up.
Playing, there's no more dancing. There's nothing.
If that song is still on, turn that motherfucker on. You know
there's something, you Bogard, but you feel me? Like depending on whatever. I'm just saying though. This life that we know it.
I love
Enjoy this, bro.
Yes, bro.
That's why I love what you just said when we was talking about that music stuff. I realized that too, bro. I grew out of it. It wasn't like I grew out of. I have visions, bro. Like dang, hotel rooms, bag luggage, girls, weed, But it was like it wasn't what I was really chasing. What I was really chasing was that ability to make my craft, be great at it. And now it's like I could do that, and it translated to video, bro. That same way you already know this, bro. We be in Pro Tools cutting and snipping, bro, like surgeons, bro. And it's the same thing in video now.
I'm doing the same thing right now where like for example, we run a studio, you know what I'm saying? And it's also a business. We manage artists. So my personal album probably would have dropped if there was never no COVID, because I started the album. I work fast. I probably did like 40 songs from like December to like January. Then I start narrowing them down, and I'm set to drop this thing, but I still got to get like 5 songs mixed and mastered. Then the studio shuts down, and then it's like it's no biggie. Like if this was the old me, I would be like, yo, I'm behind the ball. You know what I'm saying? There's no tomorrow. Woo, woo. Like I used to move like that. There's no tomorrow, bro. We gotta get this shit out. Woo, woo. And then like I started getting grown.
And then you grew up.
Yeah, and then it's like, yo, I'm hoping for tomorrow because hey, we don't need to rush this thing. It only gets better. Like that's another one of my monarchies I live by in life. It's real simple, but it's IOGB. It only gets better. You know what I'm saying? Even like, you know, with my home, it kind of became infectious with the people around me.
Hold up. You're right. Real quick. I'm tired of people saying 2020 is a bad year. Just say it's been a bad year for you.
Yeah.
Because it's just COVID, bro. And if you allowed that to stop your hustle, then it wasn't COVID, bro. It was you to begin with.
Yeah.
Let's just laugh about it, bro.
Hey,
let's just be real.
No, you in line. Calling a spade is a special trait to have. You know what I mean? Like just to be able to diagnose the situation. Like, look, this is all bad. Yes, but we gotta figure out a way. You know what I mean? Hey, they can't always.
Bro, exactly.
Yeah, man. And then that goes back to kind of what my belief system that I referenced earlier. That like I feel like anytime. And this ain't just for me. This is probably for everyone. So check us out, Playmakers. Just pay attention. Whenever you're doing something in life and you're striving for this goal and you're getting closer, and then all these kind of bumps in the road start popping up, just know that that's something greater testing you. You know what I mean? To see how determined you really are or how bad you want it. Because once you get to where you're going, all the bumps and bruises along the way, it makes you appreciate it. Just like you said earlier, like not having a pillow, like or a place to stay. And then when you finally had that joint, it was like, woo, you know what I mean? Like you ain't taking it for granted.
Man, you know what? It was almost I know this is cliche, but we grew up LA. I've been a Laker fan. It's that Kobe mentality, bro.
Oh yeah, the Mamba mentality. Hey, that ain't no
man.
Cliche. That's, man, rest in peace to the GOAT. You know what I mean?
Yeah, rest in peace, bro. Exactly. It's hard to even talk about your boy, but man, that messed me up right there. But man, just what was I saying? Oh yeah, just you gotta fall in love with the work, bro. A lot of people, they fall in love. That's the difference that I found that can't help me with the music, bro. Is that I was falling in love with the thought of the end result. Oh, like like for example, it could be with this analyst stuff that we all doing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be this analyst. Everybody's gonna follow me. I'm gonna be running this.
Yeah.
I'm the fantasy god. I'm this. I'm that. That don't work for me, bro. Like I'm not. That's not how you do it. Maybe some people do that way.
I want to highlight something for the Playmakers. He said, "Don't fall in love with the end result. Fall in love with the grit, with the grind, the climb."
With the gritty, bro.
You know what I mean? Because that, if someone was just to hand you the success, you know what I mean? You're not even gonna know how to take care and nurture that success. but if you climbed up that hill, pushed that boulder all the way up that fucking hill, and you got to the plateau, to the apex, you would know how to appreciate it. That's why, like, you see so many rich motherfuckers, wealthy motherfuckers, their kids are all on drugs and on some fuck shit because everything was handed to them. You know what I mean? Like,
bro, and it makes you a slouch. And I want to say this real quick, bro. Don't fall in love with scoring the touchdown. Fall in love
with the preparation,
with jumping the route.
Ooh.
With jumping that route, bro. Fall in love with beating your lineman. Fall in love with knocking somebody on their ass.
Yeah.
Fall in love with ear-holing somebody. Don't fall in love with the touchdown. The touchdown's gonna come, bro.
Yeah.
Just like you smoking that blunt. The blunts are gonna come.
Yeah.
They're gonna come.
And
it's gonna come. But you can't fall in love with that, because then when it gets rough, you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna be like Odell. You're gonna be like this, you're gonna be like that, because you're so used to the red carpet come rolling out,
right?
That you not understanding.
You say you're gonna be like Odell.
I gotta bring up your boy Odell, bro.
That ain't my boy.
He's in my division.
That's not my boy.
He ain't my boy. Yeah, okay, like Randy Moss, bro.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
You can't, if you fall in love with the grit, if you the kicker, bro, don't fall in love with making the game winner. Fall in love with be that guy that makes all the field goals, period.
Yeah.
You're consistent, bro. Be that guy.
Even the guy who never misses his free throws, or the guy, or even just
Steve Nash, bro.
Yeah, I was about to say the most fundamentally sound are the unsung heroes 90% of the time. It's all the flash and bang players. Or even just in real life, like, man, bro, like, I'm telling you, fundamentals is like, even the littlest things with my kids, like, hey, you know, after you eat, put your dish in the sink. You know what I mean? You leave it out.
Fundamentals.
Yeah, fundamentals, like, because, you know, then you don't want your fundamentals to be, you know, improper. Because, you know, they could say, you ever see, even with players, like, look at Phillip Rivers. Clearly, when he was young, someone, it was like a shot putter, probably taught him how to throw a football. You know what I mean? Fucked up his fundamentals. You know what I mean? Maybe in another lifetime, Phillip Rivers could have been a gold medalist shot putter. But it just so happens he liked the football. You know what I mean? But see, I'm using that as a bad analogy, but I'm just saying, like, your fundamentals, it starts when you're a kid. You know what I mean? But if you're still alive, Playmakers, and you're still opening your eyes and that song's still playing, it's never too late to relearn some shit, or even learn some shit for the first time. Like, the opportunity is key, man. Like, it don't and be able to call a spade for real. Like, you just said something that resonated with me earlier, bro. You said that you know, you still have that same drive and passion for the craft, but it just morphed into this now. And like,
exactly.
I'm right there with you. Like, I still love making the music. I'm gonna drop this album. You know, we just dropped a couple projects that of these artists we're managing. It's very fulfilling to me, but like, the grind of this podcast is something that, like, I get that high that I used to get just knocking out tracks. And I still get that same high when I'm in the studio, because this is a real thing. Like, the vibe, that, you know, the frequencies of sound, or even just the visual aspect, like synesthesia is a real thing too. You know what synesthesia means?
Like synergy almost?
Well, synesthesia, yes, it is kind of like synergy, but specific. So it's one sensory perception to the next. So if I'm in the studio vibing because the beats is playing, or the song I just laid down is playing, and like I get to feeling the vibe, you know what I mean? Like, so you go from hearing something to feeling something. It's one sensory perception to the next. Here's a good one that will probably help explain it better. So it's a perfect example of synesthesia. The example I always use normally is, like, when you smell something, like, say you smell like a perfume your lady used to wear. It'll bring you right back to that time. Or even in my case, I was a young, handsome lad. I've had several ladies, allegedly. I might smell a fragrance and it'll bring me back to a memory. Or I might smell some cooking And it'll be like, wow, it smells like my mom's cooking. It'll bring me right back to that memory. Smell is the strongest sense tied to memory. So that's synesthesia. One sensory perception to the next. Or you ever notice when you're driving or you're in the shower, you come up with the most phenomenal ideas. Or even like if you're writing, you come up with bars when you're driving or you're in the shower. Because that's another form of synesthesia where your body now is on cruise control doing something it always does, like driving. You're not driving thinking, okay, here we go, signal 150 feet away. No, everything's second nature. You know what I mean? That's why people are able to just be on the phone and this and that. Some people shouldn't, but you get what I'm saying? So your mind goes to another place. Synesthesia. Watch. Look, if you look that up, you'll be amazed how much synesthesia happens throughout your day. You know what I'm saying? Playmakers. Absolutely. Word of the day: synesthesia. You know what I'm saying?
Synesthesia.
Okay, so we'll start winding this thing down because if I don't start the what is it when you're in a plane and they say, okay, we're starting to decline or whatever. Yeah, we'll start taking this thing down gradually right now because we're
gonna do Dave Chappelle wrap it up.
Yes, there you go. Right. So, what's in the future? You told me something that you wanted me to remind you to bring up. You know what I mean? You're like, remind me. I got something that you wanted to share. Like, do you remember what I was talking about?
Absolutely, brother.
Yeah.
I don't believe in being selfish, bro. It could be in a detriment too. I used to, and then I realized that it's what what actually, man, it's hard. It's weird. It's complicated, bro. But I learned this lesson already. But when Marcus Allen said it recently,
on play shit,
it's
right?
Synergy or whatever you just said.
The
synesthesia.
Yeah.
Right. So I felt that way. The more you hold on to, that doesn't make you rich. Like the more you give is actually what makes you rich. The more you hoard is what makes you poor, bro. So I think if you hoard knowledge, you're doing yourself a disservice because you're limiting the greatness of other people. That it's not even about what could potentially help you, but just for an example, somebody else's greatness can help you. And if you're hoarding that knowledge, you're a selfish bastard, bro. But anyway, what I wanted to do, like I said, it was kind of to a detriment, bro. Something that I'm looking at, and maybe I can get people's opinions. Comment below and tell me what you think about this. I'm thinking about writing a book for cats like me, bro, who, I finished school, but, I had some people I used to know in my past, bro. Even a couple ladies I may have dated that may have been very smart. You feel me? That in the books, like, you're a smart person. I know you know how to study. Your brain works well. It retains. Mine does none of that, bro. I actually was supposed to fail school. I was supposed to flunk, went to Cal State, went to a 4-year, flunked out again, got on academic probation. Within the time I was supposed to finish school, my grandfather,
went to Cal,
brother.
Right? You just said that, right? Cal?
What's up?
You said Cal State, right?
I went to Cal State LA and Los Angeles Film School.
Yeah, okay. Continue.
But yeah, man, in the midst of all that, I had my grandfather passed, my brother, a couple other people. Like, a lot of stuff has happened, and that don't mean nothing is what I realized. What did it for me was being on academic probation, bro, and not in school. And I was like, what the hell am I going to do, bro? Like, I know I have skills and stuff, but just that, bro, as people like us, bro, we have to do more, bro. So you have to get that validation in some way. And I know a lot of people be down talking school. Don't let people down talk with your hustle, bro. School may not be your hustle, but don't down talk it. Just like I'm not going to go down talk somebody that got to go sell drugs to feed their kids. That's your hustle. That's not my hustle. But I'm not going to tell you that you wrong unless you hurting somebody. Like,
you ain't lying.
Don't knock school. People, I'm noticing nowadays people are knocking school. I've learned so much by just being in class, bro, by just being in an environment in which someone is trying to teach me something. And y'all trying to knock that?
You know what's crazy,
really knocking
too?
Yourselves, bro, trust me. You not really.
A lot of the younger generations, too, man, like, they see people, get rich doing stuff that had nothing to do with school. Like, for example, going viral or going, you know what I mean? Like it kind of just gives, it brings like visions of grandeur. You know what I mean? But it's like for real, if you want to talk about a formula where you could really get the tools to succeed, you know, in life, you know what I mean? Whether it's the workforce or just it's school, you know what I mean? It's education.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like whenever you can't figure something out, what's the first thing you do? You educate yourself on it. You know what I mean?
You educate yourself, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And like that's like you said, man, and even just being in the environment. Because
being there.
Yeah, because being left alone to your own device too. That's you know what I mean? Like, I mean, I'm not really a super religious guy, but they say the idle hand is the devil's hand. You know what I mean? Where it's
I
like,
can see it.
right? You can just chilling, and you're gonna be doing some other shit. But if you're focused and you're in an environment, and you're around like-minded individuals too, playmakers, that's the key right there. Like, hey, if this motherfucker.
Well, also remember what we said earlier. You have to know your role.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing when we say leaders and followers. It's not a bad thing to be a follower because it's just the way that it's manipulated nowadays that you're literal like a follower.
Yeah.
But followers do a lot of work that contributes. It's like a football team. Right now, LeBron can be the face of it, but if Danny Green and Caldwell Pope ain't hitting shots,
no,
it's going down. It's going down. So LeBron may be leading and but bro, it takes a village. So let's turn this leader and follower into not a negative and like just know your role, know your place, and know what you do offer. That's what we was talking about earlier. You got to know what you offer, because if you don't, what are you doing? You really just out here taking guidance from people that don't really have your best interest. They only have their own best interest. This life is about money. So if you're being led by nothing, you're really going to be led by money and into somebody else's pockets.
Yeah,
and I'm not saying it's all about making money. I'm just saying,
I totally get what you're saying, though, even just when you speak on money, because we do live in America where, you know, that's, I mean, until we can go back to bartering things, like, you know what I mean? Money,
right.
Yeah, right? Like, I mean, and see, that's another thing too, Playmakers, is like, even if you have any kind of skill set, more than likely, if you know, there's an education you can go and hone your skill set. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
If you've been cutting hair in the hood all your life, you know what I mean? And hey, there's a cosmetology school. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you've been...
I mean, a lot of people hoard their talent, though, from each other.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you'll be surprised, Playmakers, once you get around other motherfuckers that have the same talents as you, or you think you're the best, and you go to school and there's someone who's kicking ass, and you're like, damn, now you're motivated. You're like, oh shit, I didn't know there's monsters out here like this. I thought I was a beast. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you...
That's what happened to me and my boy, bro. One of my boys is a graphic artist, man, and like, he's sick. But we went to the school, Otis, and you see...
That's where you got the... that's where you took courses there too, right? Because I think I remember you posting some shit.
No, I didn't go to Otis. He went to Otis.
Oh, okay.
But Otis is like an art school, but it's just interesting because you get to see not necessarily competition, you just see your contemporaries, bro.
Yeah.
You see the people who are doing exactly what you're doing, and you're not in your basement no more. You're out into the world where it's kind of like, dang, okay, I'm actually I'm on the field now. I'm not, because a lot of times people be doing their craft from the sidelines and then be kind of presenting it to the people that they comfortable with. You gotta get out of your comfort zone, bro.
Yeah,
and that's the hardest part for people.
You might be showing it to some yes men, and they might have been.
You might be showing it to some yes men.
Yeah, they might have been leading you down the wrong path and had you thinking you was that shit. You know what I mean?
A lot of times that's what they do. But again, that's knowing your role, bro. Like I said, we got to turn that misconception of like leaders and followers into just knowing your role and knowing what you offer. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, because again, if what you offer to a community is some footwork to someone else that may not have legs, but he got the mouthpiece, know your role. That's how we move somewhere. But a lot of people, what we say earlier, GMM, they hoard their craft.
Yeah. And
like Marcus Allen said, you could hoard it all you want, but only you are going to have it. So who was even seeing it? Who's seeing this greatness? Do you know how many times? I know you know it.
Yeah.
I know you know this, bro. When you probably made a bunch of tracks thought they all was hard, sitting in the room, jamming out to your own shit, playing it back 50,000 times, and you the only motherfucker listening to it.
Yep. Hey, man.
That's hoarding your own talent.
That's how I feel about this album I've been sitting on since January. And then I make up excuses like, oh, well, you know, quarantine and slow things down and blah, blah. No, but I'm here every day slamming my own shit. And I'm like, but you're right, man. Like see, I love this series because this series, I really get to sit and conversate with people and talk about something they know best, and that's their own life. And like,
right.
I love that you took this opportunity to share with the Playmakers, you know what I'm saying, of like just some keys in your life that's helping you. You know what I mean? Because like you said, you're not gonna hoard these ideologies or these skills or your, and you also said something.
GMM, you said you mess with Pac. You remember that Blasphemy song, right?
Yep.
You remember the first couple of rules that Tupac said to the game?
Go bust it.
And then when he said niggas gonna hate you for whatever you do, you know,
yeah,
keep get your money, MOB. And then he said, you know, watch your homies.
Yeah.
And then the most important thing he said, it seemed a little bit unimportant, but when he told me I smiled, picture jewels being handed to an innocent child, right?
Ooh.
These are jewels that people are getting, and they're like children. You're getting these jewels, and it's kind of like, all right, what do I do with it? But all you think about is thyself, bro. A lot of people don't have that community mindset that we're talking about. Yeah. And that goes, we're just going to keep recycling, bro. That's what this complicated GMM episode is doing, bro.
Yeah.
We was talking about it earlier. There's some cats that we talk to and we mess with, bro, that's in this community that we all need to be together and on this. Just because you may have had a falling out with certain people, that don't mean that you can't build a community with everybody. Everybody's still willing to share their talent and crafts with people. You know what I mean? So if we're just going to hoard our talent and wait till only one person make it, what's the point?
You know what's crazy is like, I mean, I obviously know what you're talking about, but like also like I want to relate it to my personal life, like, you know, working, because I did work in the industry as media at one point. I worked for an online magazine. I met everybody, but like it was cool. The reason I bring this up is because, man, you see so many people like have fallouts for the smallest shit. You know what I'm saying? And 9 times out of 10, it could hinder progress. Whatever it is they're progressing towards, it just ain't, you know.
Can't hinder that progress.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And like,
and what we say about that symphony of life, bro.
Yeah.
If every day you waking up,
you still have an opportunity.
If you're not dancing to your own song that you woke up to every day, when that song stop playing, you're gonna be pissed off. Well, you ain't even gonna be anything. Actually, the song is done, bro.
You're out of rotation. You know,
you're out of rotation,
right? So, well, while your song is hot and it's in heavy rotation,
keep dancing while your song is in rotation, bro.
And
every
Playmakers,
time you open your eyes every morning, bro, I'm telling you, like, people don't get it. I know some people that literally didn't open their eyes no more, and it don't hit you until it hits you, and when it hits you, it's like, God damn, bro.
And bro, like, and Playmakers, I will say this too. It's okay to dance to the beat of your own drum. You know, your song doesn't have to be like everybody else's. Your song is your own. You know what I mean?
Your song is your own, bro. Exactly.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And you know what's, like, I will say this to, like, you know, I love that we could speak in, you know, using analogies and speak metaphorically and whatnot, but, you know, to be specific right now, like, I love the community that we're all a part of in this content creating shit. You know what I mean? And I will say it's unfortunate certain individual parties, you know, that you used to work together don't anymore. But like it does sadden me still that, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, because I believe that as long as our song is playing, you know, amends could be made.
We need to keep dancing. Exactly.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And
we could dance together.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hey, because you know what? Hey, we in the club. You know what I mean? It's popping. You know what I mean? Like, yo, this...
Exactly.
Like, hey, you know what I mean? I want all our songs to flourish and be in rotation, in heavy rotation.
What do you call your Playmakers? Did you hear your leader, bro. He's spitting knowledge. He
Hey.
want all of our songs to be in rotation. It's not about just my song.
No.
It may be when I open my eyes, I want my song to play.
I
But if
mean,
my eyes are opening and GMM song is playing, that means that hey, he in rotation right now.
Yeah.
My boy, sometimes it's and that's what people don't get too, bro. Like that's what even I hate to bring up Kobe. Kobe and Shaq didn't even get it. Sometimes it's Kevin Banks' turn to shine. Sometimes it's my girl Britney's time to shine. Sometimes it's Bogard's time to shine.
yeah.
And then it may switch. Sometimes it's my time to shine. Then it could be both of our time to shine. That don't mean you don't play your role. That's when it comes down to remember, guys, play your role. Just
Yeah.
because today you're leading too, that don't mean every day. I believe in God. Just because one day you rich, that don't mean one day you won't be.
Yeah.
Just because your song is playing today, that don't mean it's gonna stop. So while the music is still playing, bro, let's all dance together. That's
Yeah,
all that
man.
I'm saying. Let's keep the competitive nature and biting our heads off when it comes to this analysis stuff, debating on topics and fantasy,
yeah.
bro. But when it comes to actually building our community, we're the only ones that's going to either build it or break it. So if we beefing, which we ain't, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
you know where I'm at with this, bro. If we all not on the same page over some stuff, then let's just, I mean, you know what I mean? What's the
What
point?
are we doing
So,
here?
all I'm getting
Right?
at, bro.
Then what are we doing
I know
here,
the message
basically?
can be complicated or convoluted,
Yeah.
but that's what we bring into your Playmakers this episode, brother.
Yeah. See, and I know sometimes Playmakers, my messages can be complicated as well, or even constipated. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying?
Complicated or constipated.
Yeah, you know, I had to throw my own little twist on it. You know what I'm saying? I see what you did there with the wordplay. I was like, hey, I got isms too. You know what I'm saying? But Liam,
He's a rapper.
right? You know what I'm saying? We barred up. You know what I mean? But hey, man, complicated, bro. Like, okay, one last thing, just let them know what's up next.
Yeah,
What should they expect from complicated productions? Like, what should they keep their eye out for? Because I know you got things coming.
Man, I have a lot of stuff coming. I can't even mention, but
Okay.
what I will say is that what you can look out for is I'm definitely going to be on screen a little bit more, and I'm definitely going to be behind the screen a little bit more.
Nice.
Actually controlling, because a lot of time I've been picking up the actual camera and recording and editing. I used to just edit, but now I'm getting booked to pick up cameras, so I'm picking it up. Haven't done it, but I'm doing it, bro. That's what we're doing here, bro.
Hey, but see, you know what I admire? You're not afraid, even though you haven't done it. You ain't scared. You know what I mean? How you gonna know if you don't?
Hey, man, I'm not. I know you're not saying this, but it ain't nothing wrong with being scared, because sometimes that'll push you. Sometimes that fear of being scared, if people just know they roll, hey, man, I used to performing, bro.
Yeah.
In high school, man, I used to be flat out loser. Like, until a point in my life, bro. But getting on stage, the fear of failing made me not fail.
Yeah.
If that made sense. So,
No,
like,
it makes
being
total
scared,
sense.
it's nothing wrong with being scared, but just don't let the fear stop you from moving. Don't let the corona stop you from moving. Like, come on, bro.
The fear
Keep
of
moving.
failure, bro. Like, bro, that's sometimes that keeps people from, you know what I mean, from getting to it. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, man.
And you know what? That's why. But see, that's why I'm really proud of this episode right now, Playmakers, because this series from the beginning, like, so now this is 16 episodes of this series, and this is not like, you know, this episode. It's not like I go week to week. I got people booked. Like, it's almost kind of like I always knew I was gonna get you on this series one day. You know, when we found the time.
You told me.
Yeah, and then we got to it. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? And it was a perfect timing because I'm taking this week off on the fantasy shit for my personal podcast, because I just dropped episode 99, and I'm gonna do something like big for the 100th episode. You know what I'm saying? I think we're gonna get visual on the, because, you know, the GMM's, you know, predominantly audio, obviously, but, you know, so now we're gonna step into the visual aspect. You know what I mean? You know, there's a dress code for this show. I'm gonna have all the rum boys. You know, we're gonna be in suits. You know, sunglasses. You know what I'm saying? It's the 100th episode extravaganza. You know what I mean? So I knew, that's why I was like, if you couldn't rock today, whatever time this week would have been fine, because I was just like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, this is all I'm doing this week. It's just this episode, and I get to kick back. I got a couple features, But you know what I'm saying? I love like.
And I had to kick in to this, man. You know,
Like,
I mess with. Man, every time I can shout out Bogard, every time I can shout out the FF Plug podcast, anytime I can shout out Hard to Start, Kevin Banks,
for
the win.
Yeah,
now it's Mike on the mic. Anytime I can shout my Justin Reynolds, Ocean and Rose. Anytime I can shout out these people, bro, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah,
and
man.
I'm sitting on videos, bro. You have a lot of shout outs, bro. One more thing, guys. Now that I got this on the live too, real quick. Komplicated KY Instagram is glitched. I cannot reshare anything. So don't think that I don't want to reshare your stuff. I literally just can't. I have to do extras to do it, and it's too much. So if I reshare, it's probably on my personal account. And if I do that, that means I really mess with it.
Hey,
so,
that shit happened to me too, bro. That shit happened to me for like 2 months.
I don't know what it is, bro. I do want to get real quick. I hate to, I want to
do your thing.
I want to finish answering your question about. You asked me 2 things real quick about the thing. So basically, to go back to the first question, bro, I want to write something out for people who basically were in my position, who may not have felt like they belong in a certain place. But I want to
don't say the name of the book. But do you have the name already? Like, yes or no?
No,
okay,
not yet.
That's cool because that's cool actually, because when it hits you, it's gonna hit you. You know what I mean?
Man.
Yeah.
Man, I know a couple of people who's good at naming stuff too, so I might use them. But I'm not, without giving too much away. I mean, even if I do, bro, they won't do it like the way I'm gonna do it. It's my experience, but it's gonna be shared the way to where it's gonna resonate to everybody. You do belong wherever you think you want to be, or wherever you want to be. You do belong there. You just got to put the work in. It's as simple as that. And I'm gonna share that message to everybody.
That's a beautiful message, bro.
Absolutely, brother.
You do belong.
And to yeah. And to answer the second question, again, I want to be. I'm going to be behind the scenes more, directing stuff, shooting more stuff, editing more content, and working with more people who are also creative and who have their stuff together and ready to work, man. Like that's just been, working with these cats ever since I've been, working with Piggy and working with you guys and everybody else, man. It's just been a good journey. And man, I just been appreciative of even, being able to do this, bro. I wasn't being an analyst prior to Piggy. Like, you feel me? I was helping him and his boy do some stuff, and, now here we are, basically. So, hey, man, like, I just appreciate God putting me where I am, and just, again, I'm going to keep reiterating, just being able to open my eyes and keep hearing that song play.
Yeah, man.
That's it, bro. That's just it.
And man, we going to let it play, and we going to play that thing loud. You know what I'm saying? Playmakers. You know what I mean? We turning this thing all the way up, because, you know what I mean? It's the song of life. And, man, it's, complicated, man. I can't even express in words right now. You know what I'm saying? I guess you could say it's complicated, but in a good way. Like how phenomenal this episode was. You know what I'm saying? Like this was a good one, man. I'm glad we got to sit and do this. And I know I do love the less is more approach too, because you didn't. This show isn't like, okay, in 2001, tell me where. It's not one of those. I'm going through a specific to-date timeline. It's just like it's in a nutshell. You know what I mean? Like, and you got to give us glimpses and put a broader spectrum on the man who is in front and the behind of the camera these days. You know what I mean?
Well, this is why I admire you as like somebody, because again, I do want to be like a father, bro. Like, and I think. That's why I said you can't hoard this knowledge. And if I have a son, daughter, I would love to be able to like just help them out, school them up, lace them with the game, and then bam, like they do their own thing. And I know that I laced them up, bro. But again, Playmakers, complicated people, these points, bro, we going through it again, bro. Dance to your own tune. Hold on. Dance to your own song. Every time you wake up, it's a beautiful song. Keep playing that song. Keep dancing to it. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Always remember that you belong. You know what I'm saying?
Always remember that you belong. Yeah. Wherever you feel like you belong, you belong. You feel me? Like, don't let nobody or nothing stop you. If you're gonna let something stop you, don't let it push you. You feel me? Let the fear, let the people telling you no push you. What else we say, bro? Community. Build that community, bro. Like it's not about hoarding.
Yeah.
Even if you hoard your own talent or you hoard information from people, it again, like we said, it's not about how things can benefit you, but you can hurt yourself by not letting somebody else be great.
Yeah.
Because that greatness can't even reach you because you hoarding your talent. And what are we doing here? We just hoarding stuff. Can't nobody getting it. We hogging the blunt. We ain't passing it. Bogard.
No, I mean, you got to pass it digitally, you know what I'm saying? I see you got the pen, you in the future, you got the futuristic thing. You know what I'm saying? I got
through the screen, bro. But you feel me, man. Like, you feel me on these lessons. Again, the leader and the follower, there's bad leaders, there's terrible followers, but there's also people that should know their role when they follow and leaders that should lead correctly because you know you got people watching you. So, I mean, there's a lot of lessons, bro, that you can take. It's you know, I want people to dip into what I do. Like, I love to video edit, but it's not even about that, bro. Just fall in love with that work. Don't fall in love with that fantasy of rapping and the hoes and the music and the car.
Visions of grandeur. You know what I mean?
Fall in love with that process. That like Bogard said, he got that same high when he was into the sports stuff he's doing, bro. You don't have to. He's not chasing He's not doing this and feeling like, oh, if I don't make it. It's like, it's natural now. It's what you just waking up and it's a part of the song that you playing.
Yeah.
All your talents and stuff. So,
I
do love this GMM network, bro.
Man,
I will say.
And man, we love you right back, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you that much. I mean, I immediately, see, I'm a vibes dude, you know what I'm saying? And even when I met you, I didn't think you were like standoffish or had any kind of guard up. I just thought that you more so like will scan an individual that comes around brand new first. You know what I'm saying? And like I remember it was like the second episode I did with you guys on your joint, and you were like, we were talking off air, and you're like, you know what, man, bro? Like after talking to you, man, you're just a cool dude, man. And like I mean,
man.
And I really appreciated that moment because I was like, okay, cool. I might have like got over whatever kind of scanning process that he has, because we do got to be careful who we keep around us, you know what I'm saying? But once you figure out, oh, he's a like-minded individual like myself, you know what I'm saying? Or like, you know what I mean?
It's guarding your energy, bro. It's basically like what you just said. It's scanning a motherfucker and guarding your energy. I will never allow let me shut up. I ain't perfect. I do allow people to mess with, get in my head. But I won't allow nobody to mess with my peace, bro. Like,
yeah.
I even if my girl is tripping, I will like not answer because I can't. I know how I'll be. I'll go off. I'll be stupid. I'm not. So you gotta know again. Know
your role.
Ball. Stay in your lane. Know your lane. Just stay there.
Yes. Hey, this is such a great fucking episode because like everything keeps coming full circle time back.
Full circle,
in,
bro.
You know
Full circle. That's how you know it's real. It's not nothing I'm saying is some bullshit. I ain't blowing smoke up your ass. I want people to understand this because it's there's no way that, again, if we hoard this, bro, if you hoarded everything that you brought to the table, Bogard, all like yo who you are, like your personality, your energy, your music, your videos, your sports, Frisco, your kids, your wife, like I know all of this stuff. And I've only been on camera with you 3-4 times, bro. Yeah. Like, and I know this. It's not fake.
I appreciate that.
Again, but it's like what you said. I don't just allow people to come into my life. I be scanning. I look. I'm quiet, but I'm loud. I gotta check you. I don't know who you are. Like,
you know what I'm saying? I mean,
like, I'm trying to open my eyes the next morning and keep playing my song.
It's true.
I can't do that if I just open my eyes and let anybody dance with me.
I mean, and you know what too is like it's also our upbringing, where we're from, and that's why I also appreciate like where we came from, because it's like, you know what I mean, like we came from a place where there's wolves and shit, you know what I mean, like there's
rules, bro.
Yeah, there's rules.
What that hat mean right there? I can't even see.
Which one?
That's I mean, it means something.
Yeah,
it means something.
I mean, it also not only is my team, but scot free. You know what I mean? And so Bogard is something that the homies called me because I used to just hog hella shit. You know what I mean? I it's all mine, Bogard. And then like at one point in my life, in like my maybe my late 20s, like, you know, like when I said I started to settle down and like really start like incorporating my music about like my fam and, you know, stuff, day-to-day shit, you know what I mean? Aside, even though I was still, you know, but my point is I became scot-free. Cause I said it in a bar one time. I was like, Bogard, scot-free. Like I was just saying, like I got away. But then it was like it started having more meaning. Like, damn, I got away with who I used to be. Like, and a lot of the ideologies I used to adopt, I or subscribe to, I abandoned them. I'm gone. I'm scot-free. Like you know what I mean?
I love it.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's just one of those things. Like, that's probably why I appreciate, you know, my songs so much. You know what I'm saying? Even if my song ain't playing loud or not too many people hearing my song, like, you know, I like, but like you said, you know, you see, you know, I'm the family man. I'm you know, the sports guy. I'm like the music, and you know what I mean. I just love just sitting down and talking with people. I'm a people person. Like that, none of that is fake. And like, what's crazy is I used to hoard. I used to hoard all that. That's why I'm loving this episode so much, because
it's hitting home.
Yeah, it hit directly home, like right on the head. Like where, you know, because of my past too, you know, you never would show your face or talk to people you didn't know. There was a screening process of like who we kept around us, and like, you know, because of, you know, there was money on the line, and you know, not to get into any details, even though like there's a lot of stuff that's statute of limitation that I could just, you know what I mean, it would make for great content. I choose not to glorify that shit, you know what I mean? Because I actually grew up one day and like I realized some of those things aren't the only way. You know what I mean? Like you said earlier, hey, you can't knock a dude for like selling drugs and shit, but I would commend that person who did do anything like, you know, illegal or anything that's hurting other people, that one day, you know, can realize their wrongdoing, and if their song is still playing, they could turn things around. You know what I mean?
That's very true. That's true, but like you said though, it does take. I mean, that's also something that came full circle, and that I'm glad you brought back up. Yeah. Is what you just said. Damn, I'm high.
As long as your song's playing, you still have an opportunity to do anything, make things right. For example, maybe if there's or maybe you still have opportunity to drop grudges, or maybe rebuild bridges, so to speak, or you have an opportunity to, you know what I'm saying, to try new things. Even like if maybe you were a boring motherfucker all your life, hey man, you know everything is gray and black. Hey man, go ahead and get that yellow shirt one time. See how to make, you know, try something new. You know what I mean?
Try something new.
Don't cheat yourself. If your song is still playing,
don't cheat yourself.
Yeah, see, that's another one, right? That was, you know what I'm saying?
That's another
Shout out to Coach.
That's that Tupac line. Don't treat yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself. Straight up.
And you know what too? Like one thing that, you know, because this kind of comes full circle, and then we definitely will close this thing out with Tupac. What did he say? There's a famous interview. He said, you know, if I'm not the guy who changes the world, or starts the revolution, or makes the change, I'm gonna be the guy who sparks the mind of that person who makes the real change, or starts the revolution, or saves the world, etc. You know what I mean?
And he's definitely done that.
Yeah, and I think like he would be proud to look at, you know, some of his children of his craft like us, because we're still trying. You know what I mean? We're still, and I'll be damned. Because I'll be damned if I'm that guy who's wondering what if. Because I've never not took an opportunity if it was there. You know what I mean? Like if it, obviously we got to be calculated. You don't just jump off every cliff. You know what I mean? If it was a calculated decision to seek out opportunities, I'm doing it. Because I'm not gonna sit around when time passes and wonder what if. You know what I mean? And be plagued by that shit. And that's why I respect our guest. Complicated on many levels. Like I mean, you've seen out what you wanted to do, even though it never seemed clear down the road. You know what I mean? You just kept moving, kept it trucking until that big picture started getting clearer. And pun intended, You know what I'm saying? Maybe even on a silver screen one day, the big picture, for real. You know what I mean?
I know we closing real quick, but
Yeah.
I just want people to know real quick before we get out of here, brother, and do our California deeds and festivities.
Yes, indeed.
It would be way easier to have given up, I don't know, 10 years ago. Like 10 years ago, if I would have just gave up and just like gave up, bro. Just like, you know what? I'm going to just let it consume me. I'm going to just go ahead and let all the negative thoughts, everybody telling me what I can and cannot do, I'm going to let that get to me. That would have been easier than to do this, right?
Yeah.
But remember what we said. It's not about falling in love with the end result. It's that work, bro.
Yeah.
So turning that again, I went like homeless, dropout, academic, death, all of this stuff, man, that could just mess with, and it still messes with you. A lot of people have post-traumatic stress disorder and don't even know it, bro. I guarantee it.
No, real talk.
But,
real talk.
Yeah.
I mean, and it could be from, PTSD could be from anything as crazy as like almost losing your life to, or even like, something that happened to you as a child, like, you know what I mean, and you just carry it with you, like, you know what I mean, like it's crazy, like, and PTSD is a form of mental health, and then, it's okay, Playmakers, it's all right, Playmakers, to have these type of issues, because sometimes it might not be your fault, but also at the same time, if you're going back to what we're saying, you're hoarding that information and not telling people what you're going through, you're not going to get on the path to, to helping yourself, because the one thing too is not being able to be vulnerable, like you said earlier. You know what I mean? And it's okay, that makes us human. Like, I think people that try to pretend like they're not, that they don't, have it hard or feel vulnerable, that's phony. You know what I mean? That's phony, and you're actually going to be putting up more work, fronting. You know what I mean? That's fronting is a lot of work. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Keeping it all the way a buck is actually the easiest thing.
It's way more rewarding to be yourself than to pretend to be somebody else.
For real.
Because when you, it's almost like what was it, Judge Judy or my grandfather? Somebody used to say, when you lie, Judge Judy for sure.
Yeah.
What she used to say, if you tell the truth, you don't have to think about it.
Oh yeah.
If you are who you are, you don't have to think about it. You just go off the rip, bro. That's why freestyling for cats like Bogard and Komplicated is easy, bro. One day we're gonna have to get on the live and just spit, bro.
Hey, let's do it. I'm down. I'm down, bro.
But yeah, man. So that that's just it, man. Like, and I would love to come on another episode. And man, I'm an open book. I got many more pages. You just opened the first 4.
Hey, man. And I'm a very patient person. As long as my song's playing, and you know what I mean, I'm always willing to continue to read that book. You know what I'm saying? Because that is it's a very complicated book, but very intriguing. And like, even just after this, man, I feel like I identify with you even that much more. Like, if I identified with you already because we shared the similar crafts, interests, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. But like, man, just sitting and talking with you, bro, like it's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, in a good way.
Yeah.
Like,
man.
I appreciate you, man, because this is exactly what this series is meant to be, man. Like, like I get caught up on this series where, like, especially in this episode, where I feel like until I acknowledge the Playmakers, I forget that we're recording. You know what I mean? Because that's
right.
And that's kind of the aspect I always wanted. You know what I mean? Just having a conversation with a peer of mine who I know is someone I can call a friend. You know what I mean? Because I know in the industry it's hard to find real friends. But at the end of the day, man, like, just being able to conversate with you, and you being on the level and with me and share these things with me and my audience, man, like, I really appreciate that, man. I mean, because
brother, yes,
there's more to what we do, you know what I mean, and more to what our craft is, and I feel like when the Playmakers,
there's a reason why we do the craft.
Yeah, I was about to say, when the Playmakers get to know, when the Playmakers hear this and they get to know you more, there's gonna be a deeper appreciation for your craft. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, because I definitely can vouch for that personally. Like, after sitting here, it's like, wow, man, really appreciate what you do, because the road is long and hard, and it's it just so happens, sometimes the road's rough, and then sometimes you get into those where we're cruising. You know what I mean? But still, doesn't mean we're kicking our feet up on cruise control. You know what I mean?
Exactly, bro. We enjoying this ride.
Yeah.
We're not enjoying literally. Okay, we know when we look. It's like if you fly into Hawaii, or no, that's a terrible example. If you drive into like New York from Cali or something,
yeah,
you know when you get to New York, like you know what you're gonna do. You're gonna go to the Big Apple. You're gonna da, right?
Yeah.
The road trip ain't the ending though. The road trip is literally the whole process to get to the end. And if you enjoy a road trip, you have to enjoy those ups and downs. Those, damn, I gotta pee, but ain't nowhere to pee. Oh shit, we're eating at this random place, or oh, I'm in here. Or,
That's like part of the fun.
It's everything that comes with it, bro. You try to keep it simple, but it's complicated. That's just how it is. And at the end of the day, you have to love that chunk in the middle. The starting point and the ending points are gonna be a blur. Like, boop, they're gone. Yeah. You when you experience New York for the first time, you ain't been there, like, you're gonna love it. I can tell you that from now. But you will be able to tell me stories from the journey from Cali to New York that I can't tell you. Yeah. I can't tell you about that. You gonna have to tell me something. So know your role, stick to the script. Bogard scot-free, complicated here, bro. Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm glad I recorded this myself too, man.
Yeah.
Got a visual for the folks.
That's dope. Yeah, because this one, yeah, you know what I'm saying? This one's
real quick, bro. Hold on, real quick, Bogard. I know we live on this. I'm still live. I want to shout out real quick again. I shout out Bogard every time I can, bro. Bogard Scot-Free GMM Network, straight up, bro.
Yeah, appreciate you,
FF Plug Podcast. He is the true plug in this game, bro.
He got it all on deck. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, we got to go back to the plug, bro, real quick.
Yeah.
The plug is definitely the plug. If you guys aren't plugged in with the plug, it's because he don't want to plug you in, bro. But the plug is the plug, and I'm gonna keep saying he's the plug. He's the plug.
Yes.
All right.
I'm telling
Jason,
you,
bro, that is
he's
my
an
guy.
amazing
Shout out
dude,
to
bro.
Jason.
Like,
let me keep going down this list, bro, real quick. Heart to Star, Guccini, Kevin Banks in the Piggy family. Again, my boy Sean, Mike on the mic, newly revamped. I understand your process, bro. Remember, it was Sin City on Sticks for a very long time, and now we back to Complicated. So I understand that process, and I feel you, Sean. And good luck on that little bet you got going, bro. Because if I'm a part of it,
is this that flag football thing I saw?
You ain't winning, bro. I'm telling you.
Because I seen that. I'm
trying to see if I'm ahead of it or get in it. I might have to do both.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
But just had to give my shout outs, bro, for the win. Shop Ocean and Rose, Sir Reddington, my boy Reggie, all these cats, bro. Community. If I'm missing somebody, you already know it's all love.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody.
Yeah, and Playmakers, I also had that shit geeking with me too, where I couldn't post nobody's story for like a month and a half. So but it was all love for all my Playmakers out there. But bro, when you said that,
I can't post no stories, bro.
I couldn't do it either, bro. Like I'd have to go on my girl's phone, sign in, and I'm like, I'm doing hella much. I'm like, it was some weird.
I'm like, my bad, bro. Look, guys, I can't share stories. Oh, I got 30 seconds remaining. This is perfect. This is a great, bro.
Hey, you know what? Hey, impeccable timing. Impeccable timing.
Bro.
Hey, Playmakers, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to make sure I have all the links to the description, all his links in the description. You know what I'm saying? And, man, thank you again, brother. Man, this was awesome, bro.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely.
For sure. Damn, did we get the time yet?
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
That was on my live. On Zoom, we good.
Oh, yeah,
live,
that's right.
It just ended. That was dope.
Dope. Yeah, I wonder what damn. It's funny because I usually look at the time so I can get a timestamp, but I didn't care on this one. I was like, as long as he lets me run, we're gonna run this thing. Oh, hold on, let me cut this off too.
Oh yeah, let me start recording.